So, my name is Danielle Damianov. I have been in the real estate and mortgage business since 2001. And a couple years ago, I founded Done by One. And I want to explain a little bit about how this all got started. So, I grew up in the hustle culture, and my parents were entrepreneurs. They owned a bunch of restaurants as well as other businesses, and I watched them hustle their entire lives and just recently, right? So they would want to go on vacation and they really couldn't. They were stuck in their own business. They could go away maybe 1 or 2 weeks. And as I graduated from college, got started in the mortgage and real estate business, I ended up working my business the same exact way as they worked theirs. And I thought to myself a couple of years ago, there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way because I love to travel. I love to go on vacation. And whenever we would go on vacation, I was always in the cafes working while everyone else was having fun because I built my business to where my business couldn't survive unless I was running the business. So, if that sounds like you, I will tell you that there is a better way, especially now more than ever. So I want you to ask yourself, is your business stuck in the past? Do you need to modernize your business? And so I created Done by One and our 3A framework, which we are going to go over today, and it's audit, automate, and AI. And AI is not the future, okay? AI is here today. And the businesses that do not start implementing automation and AI in your business, unfortunately, are going to get left behind. And with AI is constantly changing. So, how we used AI 2 years ago and how we're using AI today is completely different. So, once you start implementing automation and AI in your business, just know that it's going to evolve with your business and it's going to grow with you. So, we're going to go over a complete system that will fix all of your business problems with 6 simple steps and our 3A framework. And that is going to be lead generation, lead follow up, staying top of mind with your current and past and prospective clients, creating raving fans in your business, getting those 5-star reviews online. And then at the end, I'm going to show you your brand new AI employee. So, you might be saying, well, what this probably doesn't work for me, right? This works for every single profession out there. So whether you are a dentist, plumber, construction worker, chiropractor, real estate agent, mortgage broker, CPA, insurance agent, you own a restaurant, it is going to work for everybody. Okay. And so there might be some business brokers on this webinar today. And yes, it can help you in your business, but this is one thing that I really want to point out to the business brokers because if you have a client and if you own a business right now, I want you to think about this as well. If you have a client that is looking to sell their business in 1, 3, 5, 10 years from now, it is so important to get their business in order. Make sure that their database is in order, not just in their QuickBooks or on sticky notes or in their cell phone. Make sure that you have your Google My Business reviews, a strong online presence. And not only will this be important for the business owner to sell their business, but I promise you, you can make so much more money if you implement this stuff into your business now. And it will be a much easier transition for the seller of the business as well as the buyer of the business. So I was in a mastermind a couple of years ago, and I remember one of the guys talking to us, and he's a serial business owner. And he said, every business that I get into it and I structure it as if I am going to sell it. And unfortunately, a lot of business owners get into the business and they don't even think about that or look at that until it's time to sell. So I want you to think about your business right now because what happens a lot of times is if you do not structure your business to eventually sell, right? A lot of times people end up just closing the business. So I want you to start to think about, well, what is it that you need to do to build your business to scale or build your business to eventually sell? And if you're a new business on this call, there is no better time than now to really lay that foundation so that you have a strong business and you may keep it in your family for generations to come. It will make it so much easier for everybody else. But start to think about, am I building my business to sell and to scale, or am I building a business where it's going to rely on me to always be there? I'm always going to be in the weeds. I'm always going to be, I built a business where I am now the employee of that business, which is what I see a lot of times. So a lot of times people will build a business that they're the employee of instead of building a business to scale. So are you looking to grow your business to eventually sell? And if so, modernizing your business now is going to make you more money now, and it's also going to make you more money on the sale of the business. So almost all businesses have the same problem. And I always call it the ultimate sales roller coaster, which is you're doing awesome, everything is great. And then you either hit a bottleneck in your business and you're back down on that sales roller coaster, or you're not, leads aren't coming in and you start to get scared. So there's either not enough new leads or clients. The new leads and clients are not contacted fast enough. You do not have a strong follow-up system, or you're manually following up with your leads. You don't have any current or past client nurture sequence in place. You have an inconsistent online presence. You have no system to create those raving fans and those Google reviews and Facebook reviews. And this system will fix all of those problems. So, I want you to ask yourself, what does this really cost you in your business? And I want to talk a little bit about an example that I recently had. So 79% of leads are never converted due to poor follow up. And the thing with leads is that when people call you, especially in this age of instant gratification, if you do not call them back in a decent amount of time, they most likely are going to go somewhere else. There's not a lot of loyalty. And so businesses lose 50% of revenue to churn, meaning clients end up going somewhere else, or missed referrals. And every day without that system is going to equal lost clients and lost money. And I use this as an example. My daughter graduated from high school this year, and busy people, the majority of the time, if they are a busy business owner, they don't have the time to call during the day when most businesses are open. So when my daughter, we were trying to plan her graduation party on a Sunday, which was the only time I had, I called 11 different businesses and left messages for them to get, catering information to see about, pricing and meal plan and all that different stuff. So that was on a Sunday. Monday, one business called me back. And on Wednesday night, another one called me back out of 11 different businesses. So who did I end up going with? The first person that called me back. So if you are we're not always open 24/7. So how are you handling the people that are calling you after hours or on the weekends? Because that is the majority of the time when someone who's busy is going to be calling to schedule those appointments. The same thing just happened to me the other day when I was trying to make a hair appointment. We were in phone tag for 5 days, and to be quite honest with you, it was annoying. So if I wasn't going to this place for several years, I probably would have called another hair salon because I don't want to play phone tag. So most people don't want to play phone tag with businesses, right? So you don't have a sales problem, right? You might be getting in the leads, but when you have inconsistent follow up, right, you're going to lose clients. And so with the done by one system, it's automated, it's consistent, you're omnipresent, and it's also scalable. So It's not just a CRM, right? It's a business scaling system. And it's really everything that you're going to need to grow and scale your business from 2025 and beyond. And a lot of the stuff that I talk about today, you might not need. You might say, well, Danielle, I don't need this in my business right now. And that's completely fine. But I want to go over what we do and see where the holes in your tent are, right? So the first thing that we do in our 3A framework is we audit your business. We look at everything. We sit down, we have a meeting, and we look at where are you losing leads, or are you? Maybe you're not. What is your lead follow-up system? How many times are you following up with your leads? If someone calls to make a dentist appointment, right, and your office is closed and your front desk person calls them back the next day and doesn't get in touch with them, how many times are they calling that person back? Or are they? Is it just one and done? Because if so, you're probably going to lose that client, right? Unless they're an established patient. How are you generating new business? What tasks are you or your staff doing that is manual and repetitive that can be automated? How many missed calls do you have? Who's calling them back? And how are you booking your appointments? If you're a service-based business where you're a construction or plumber or dentist or whatever, right? How are you getting those appointments booked? Who is rescheduling the appointments, just like I mentioned with the hair? And then how are calls handled after hours or on weekends? Right? So then the second thing we look at is what is your online presence? And I can tell you right now, this is going to be so incredibly important. I was just speaking with somebody a couple weeks ago and I asked them how they heard of me because it was somebody that randomly called me and she said Chat GPT. And I couldn't believe I was like, wow, Chat GPT is already referring me. So how are they referring you, right? Do you want Chat GPT to refer you? Because that is going to be the new search engine. So what is your website SEO optimization? Do you have ways to book appointments directly on your website? Do you need to modernize your website? Database management. Is your database a mess or is it organized, right? With different tags. These are all my past clients. These are my prospective clients. Automation. What do you need to automate in your business? What does your online presence look like? Are you on social media? Are you doing social media marketing regularly? Did you implement any direct mail campaigns? Direct mail is not dead. In fact, I think direct mail is needed now more than ever because if you go to the mailbox lately, there's not a lot of mail that we're getting, but we're getting bombarded with text messages and email marketing and all of that other stuff, which that is still important, right? It's a combination of all of this stuff that is going to help grow your business. Looking at your pipeline, your sales pipeline, do you know where all your leads are and at what stage of the game they are in? And then who is answering your phones? Do you have that AI employee, which I'm super excited to show you about? And then Facebook marketing or online ads. So we look to see what you're doing with all of your marketing. Maybe you have that covered and that's great. But during that audit, we're really looking to see where the holes in your 10 are and what we need to plug, what we need to implement. So I'm going to encourage you to go to donebyoneai. That is my website, donebyoneai. Scroll down to the middle of the page and you're going to see this. And it says, get your free business audit today. So if you enter your business information here, it is going to generate a report and email it to you on how your business is currently showing up online. Your Google My Business reviews do you have any inconsistencies? I can't begin to tell you how many businesses we see where it has different addresses or different phone numbers. It could have been a phone number from, a brick and mortar that you had 5 years ago and you moved, but you never changed everything online. It can get very confusing for people. So are you consistent online? So if you want to see how you're showing up online, go to donebyone.ai, scroll down to the middle of the page, fill in your business information, and you will get that free report. Okay. So the second thing we look at is automation, right? What do we need to automate? How can we automate your lead generation and follow up? How can we automate past nurture campaigns, your direct mail marketing, email and SMS? I know that a lot of times people will look at all of this stuff and think, oh my gosh, I got to do all this stuff. No, you don't have to do any of it. We set it up and the system does it all for you. So it is not anything that you're physically doing. That's why the automation piece of this is so incredibly important. So being omnipresent online, what does that mean? That means that you need to be everywhere, right? I have so many people on my Facebook page, not that many people on my Instagram, but more people from Instagram signed up for this webinar. So you need to make sure that you are everywhere online. Your presence is there with your social media marketing, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Now, maybe your business doesn't need to be everywhere. If you're a restaurant, right, you want to be on Yelp. You want to make sure that you're on Google, that people can contact you or look at your menu. How many times do I eat out all the time, go to a restaurant, look at a restaurant online, and I cannot see what the menu is, right? Or I can't find the phone number to call them and make a reservation. So you want to make sure that you are omnipresent and you're showing up not just online, but consistent with your brand. The second thing that we talked about is direct mail marketing. So our marketing is automated. We have it automated in the system. So let's just say you have past clients, right? Or you're a doctor or a chiropractor. We set up postcard automations for you that can go out once a month, to all of your clients. And then we can also set up automations for new prospective clients. Same thing with restaurants, and we have QR codes that they can scan, and it will take them to either your website or if you're offering a coupon or a discount or whatever. So direct mail marketing is automated. Our email marketing campaigns are all automated to nurture and convert your clients because you want to make sure that you are staying top of mind. There's so much noise out there, and it's very easy, especially in, certain areas, like I'll just say Florida, for example. It's a big area, right? So if you do not have it's a transient market. So if you do not have the loyalty of the clients, you need to make sure that you're staying top of mind. I saw you, Tammy. 1 second. I'll get to you. You want to make sure that you're staying top of mind with your clients. And then social selling, look and see how many Google reviews you have. Okay. Because this is going to be huge moving forward, especially with all of the AI, because it is pulling from from Google, from YouTube, from videos and different things like that. So I want you to look and see how many Google reviews you have and what your reputation looks like online, right? Because your Google reviews are also going to what is going to grow your SEO for your websites. So we have it set up on the website where people can leave a Google My Business review directly on your website, and your reviews also show on your website. So if you do not have a lot of Google reviews, we will automate the Google review for you. So before I hop into AI, let me see what questions we have. And I told everybody this would be, a 30 to 40-minute webinar. So I'm making sure we stay on track. Does anybody, okay, Tammy, do you want to put your question in the chat? Or did you not mean to raise your hand? Okay, so if you want to put your question in the chat, or save it, I'm going to do a Q&A at the end. We create the content for you. You do not have to create the content. We make sure when we meet with you that we get your brand, so that way we know, what your brand is, your colors. And if somebody is new just starting out and you need the logos, you need all of that, we can do all of that for you as well. So we create it and we automate it for you. So the third is the AI, okay? So implementing an AI chatbot on your website as well as on your phone. So for over a year now, I have been in the mortgage world using my voice AI. So when people call my phone, if I don't pick up, my voice AI agent answers the phone, takes the message, and then sends me the transcript of the message via email and sends me a text message that I have a new that somebody, had called in. A lot of times she also directs them to the website to fill out an application if that's what they're looking to do. So your AI chatbot or your AI voice AI agent can book appointments 24/7, can, take sales calls, can schedule, whatever it is that you need them to do, your AI employee to do, your AI employee will do. And so if you have Google My Business reviews, right? Your AI employee will respond to those reviews for you, so you don't even have to do it. We have an AI powered website, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And your AI employee is there for you when you are not. So, on the AI powered website, first of all, I see so many websites lately that are very outdated. No, I can't find the phone number, or it's all the way at the bottom. If it's a service based business, I should be able to book, a meeting or a hair appointment or a dental appointment or whatever directly from the website. We sync with whatever your calendar is that you use, we sync with that calendar. And our AI, our voice AI on the website now can handle any inquiries. So, what we do is we train it based on your business, and then we give it specific prompts on what you want it to do. So, if you do not want your AI to book appointments for you, you would rather have a notification that somebody's trying to book an appointment, then the voice or the AI, your AI employee will do just that. If you want them to book appointments for you, your AI employee can book appointments. So on the AI powered website, we now have not just a chat agent, and I'm going to show you guys in a second a few examples, but we also have a voice AI agent on the website. Okay. So I want you to write this number down. Samantha, 888-377-0926. And after this call or after this webinar, call her. Okay. She is I'm going to show you how it works in a second, but I really, 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 really want you to try it out for your own business. Now, keep in mind, she is not trained on your business right now. So she may say some things that, is not accurate because she's not trained. If you are a restaurant, a pizza restaurant, for example, or an Italian restaurant or whatever, we upload your menu and everything. If you have specials of the day, all of that gets uploaded. So if you want your AI employee to handle calls, because if you think about it, my cousin the other day just called a local restaurant here and was on hold for probably, I don't know, like 10 minutes. And at the same time, she was trying to do like an online order to see if she could get the order in. So if you're a restaurant and you only have one phone line and somebody's taking an order and somebody else calls in, well, who's going to take that order? If that's a 10-minute call, well, then that person is waiting 10 minutes. Your AI employee can take the order and then send it to you or drop it directly into your POS, right? So same thing with dentist. If you have an emergency and you need a dentist appointment immediately and you call at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday night when they're not open, right? You can, how do you want that call handled? Well, the AI employee, we train it. And if you do want to be notified, that AI employee can take the call and then let you know that there was an emergency. Okay. Here's another example of text message. So my AI or your AI will handle all of your DMs all of your Instagram and Facebook messages. So it basically will handle everything so that way you're no longer losing leads. And the great thing is that you can run this from the palm of your hand, your cell phone. So in the beginning, as I mentioned, we travel a lot. Last year we were in, or actually it was this year, we were in Aruba for New Year's, and I was sitting on the beach watching my AI handle calls while I was sitting there, right? And if I needed to pop in and take over the call or take over the message, I could, but I didn't have to because my AI was handling everything and I was able to see what those conversations were. I know it sounds weird, but it's actually awesome. So I'm going to show you an example. This was just me doing a mock dental office. Like it's not an actual dental office, but I wanted to give you an example of how it could work. If you're calling a dentist after hours or somebody doesn't pick up the phone. And like I said, I'm going to go back to this real quick. Write this number down, 888-377-0926, and call her and test her out with your business. And I'm going to show you in a second how we can also do that on the website. But I'm going to give you an example, and I will tell you it messes up just a little bit. I'm a fast talker, so I have my voice AI actually a little bit faster. So sometimes like they talk over each other, but let's take a listen. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. Can you hear that? No, right? Probably. Let me see if I do this. Schedule and click. Okay.
Hey, you have reached Dental Alliance. How can I help you today? I hope you needed to schedule an appointment. I believe I chipped my tooth and I might need a crown. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Chipped teeth can be uncomfortable and is definitely something we should take care of quickly. Let me check our schedule for an emergency visit. Would you prefer to come in today or tomorrow?
Can you come with the price is if we do not have insurance?
We do offer discounted pricing for patients without insurance, but the exact amount depends on the procedure. For a crown, I'd recommend coming in for an evaluation so we can provide a more accurate estimate. Would you like to schedule that?
Sure. Laura, here, I'll let you.
Let me check for you. We can see you today at 2 p.m. or tomorrow at 10 a.m. Which works better?
I think today it's you. I'm in a lot of pain.
Got it. Today at 2 p.m. it is. I'll get that booked for you right away. Can I grab your full name and a phone number to confirm the appointment?
Sure, it's Stacy Smith.
Thanks, Stacy. And what's the best phone number to reach you?
305-123-4567.
Perfect. So that's 305-123-4567, right?
Yep, that's it.
Great. You're all set for today at 2 p.m. Please arrive a few minutes early, and if you have any ID or insurance info, feel free to bring it.
So that's an example of how the AI can schedule the appointments for you. And like I said, it's synced with whatever your calendar booking is. So if you have a service-based business where some appointments might take 3 hours, others might take 30 minutes, whatever, we can sync it with the different calendars. So that is an example of the voice AI, but she can handle, let me see. Can you guys see? I just want to make sure you guys can see my screen. Can everyone see my screen? Just somebody else put in the chat. Okay, good. Perfect. So that is an example of the AI employee. And if you call that number that I gave you, it is going to be specific to your business. So what she's going to do is she's going to role play with you and say, okay, let's do a role play. And I'm going to show you actually right now on the website. Once we get through this, how it also works on the website. So what does all of this include, right? It is a full blown CRM. So if you're in a business where you send contracts, proposals, invoices, estimates. We have all DocuSign. Everything is all inclusive in the CRM. A lot of people out there, what they're doing is they have one system for their social media marketing, and then they have another system for their database management, and then they have another system for whatever. Everything is all included in this one CRM. So you might say, Danielle, I'm really happy with my CRM. I love the way that it's working. I just want to implement that AI employee into my business right now. Well, then we can look at doing just that. But I promise you, this all inclusive CRM has every single thing that you need, not only to run your business now, but to grow with you, right? Because that's hopefully the whole goal is to grow your business, generate more business without hiring a lot more people, spending a lot more money, and quite honestly, taking a lot more time. And that's why it's called done by one, because we want to be done by one, right? So we can go out and live our lives. So it is taking you from chasing leads to being able to attract clients on autopilot, right? Getting rid of all of the stress and inconsistency and missed opportunities and automating that with your omnipresence online and consistent growth. And this system will grow with you. So, this is only for 11 business owners. It was going to be 10, but we're doing 11 for 2025. That is it. And it's usually a $5,000 setup and $997 a month. But for 11 businesses, we're doing 50% off for this year. It's a $2,500 setup fee and it's $497 a month. I'll show you in a second when we go to my website, donebyone.ai. I will show you where to sign up and I will be sending everybody an email with the code because I just noticed this morning that the actual code wasn't working. So my assistant is fixing that. So anyways, to give you the 50% off. Also, if you do an annual plan, there's no contract. I'm going to get into the questions in a minute. But if you do an annual plan, you save 2 months. So it comes out to, obviously less than $497 a month. We also have virtual assistants. So if you are somebody that says, you know what, I want to have a VA, a virtual assistant to help me with my database management or help me, with whatever. We also have services where you can hire a virtual assistant through us. We do not offer this to anybody outside of Done by One. So it's only our clients and Done by One have also access to our virtual assistants. Okay. So frequently asked questions is what if let me put the Done by One in the chat real quick. Donebyone.ai. And then when you go to donebyone.ai, a couple of things can happen. You can look at I'll show you in a second because I want to show you the AI chat widget on the website and we'll actually do a quick role play. If anybody wants me to role play with your specific business, throw in the chat what your business is or type of business, and then I can do that with your business. If not, I will make one up. So if you already have a website that you like, if it's on WordPress, we can actually take over the WordPress hosting. If it is not on WordPress, but you love your website, we can add the AI chat widget and voice widget to any website. So that's perfectly fine. We can also add the biggest thing with websites, you need a call to action and you need to capture people. We have a way with our automations where we can put something, this is a little bit of an upsell, but we can put code on your website and we can start getting the name, phone, and email of people who have been to your website that didn't do anything. They didn't, chat with the chat widget. They didn't request more information and things like that. So we have ways to do that even if you have your own website. If you currently have a marketing agency handling all of your online marketing, you can assess, well, am I paying too much for that? Do you want to switch over to this one system? Or, if you're only looking for specific things, we can look at that. But really what we're looking at is helping you build a business that's scalable and saleable. If you don't have any social media pages, don't worry, we can help you with that. There is no annual contract. So the setup fee obviously is non-refundable. But I really don't think you're gonna come on and want to leave. So that's why we're not forcing you into anything. If you sign up for the annual plan, yes, it's an annual contract, but honestly, there is a little bit of a learning curve, right, to get it set up and working. So you want to give it at least a couple of months, but I don't anticipate you leaving, and that's why we don't have a contract. Setup is going to take about typically 30 days, right? So the beginning, when you sign up, you get the system immediately. But for us to really understand exactly what your, business is and to get it set up properly for you, it's going to take about 30 days. Um, so this is one of the testimonials. I do a lot of AI training. So every Thursday, I do have a Thursday lunch and learn at 12 o'clock. And it's usually about AI or something on the system. It's a lunch and learn because the system can do everything. It's almost like going to a buffet where you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. That's why we really tailor it to exactly what it is that you need. But how it grows with you is that what you need now might not be, is not going to be the same needs that you have as your business grows. The same thing about a team, right? The team that you have today or the employees that you have today in your business, if you're looking to grow, may not be the same people that are the people that got you to where you are today may not be the same people that are going to get you to where you want to go. Same thing with your business. So, the only question that I have for you is if you are ready to modernize your business with automation and AI, it is time to take action. I'm doing several of these webinars. And like I said, we're only going to take 11 business owners to make sure that we can, give you every single thing that you need. So let me show you. Okay, so we're gonna do an accounting firm, and I'm just Tammy, do you normally get calls for people to book an appointment, or what types of calls would you want your AI? And now the calls in the computer are going to be different. So I'm going to show you. But when we role play with Samantha on your accounting firm, what do you want her to handle for you? Let me see. If we're accepting new clients and what the fees are. Okay. So we're gonna role play with Samantha. I'm gonna show you this on the website, but um this is well, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Hold on. Oh, and by one AI. Okay. So this is the website, right? Once you join Done by One, this is where you log in. These are all different. If you guys want to come here, you can watch the AI employee in action, like I just showed you. This is what will go on your website. When you call Samantha, so I'm going to show you right now what it looks like from a web page. But when you call her and go, oh, she'll role play with you for your business, it's going to be a little different. Like I feel like when people go call somebody and or go to a website, they might have different questions, but we would train her on your business or him, whoever type of agent you want. And we would train them on the business. So she's not trained on your business, so she probably doesn't know the fees. But if you do have specific fees that you want your AI to handle, they will handle that. So sometimes because I'm on Zoom, and I'm doing this through my computer, it doesn't sound as good, but we're gonna give it a try here. So let's go. Oh, it's trying to.
Hey there, my name is Samantha. I am a demo voice assistant at Done by One. I'm ready to role play with you to show you how I can help you with your business. What is your name?
Danielle.
Nice to meet you, Danielle. To get started, can you tell me a bit about your business? For example, what industry are you in and who are your main customers?
I'm a CPA with an accounting firm.
Got it. You run an accounting firm as a CPA. Thanks for sharing that. What types of customer interactions do you handle most often? For example, do you get a lot of appointment bookings, general inquiries, or support requests?
Typically, inquiries about what our fees are, if we're accepting new clients, and then if so, to book an appointment.
Makes sense. So most calls are people asking if you're accepting new clients and then booking an appointment if you are. What kind of tone would you like me to use with your callers? More formal and professional or friendly and approachable?
I would do a mix of both, professional and friendly.
All right, a balanced tone, professional but still friendly. That works well for an accounting firm. Are there any specific scenarios or challenges you'd like me to demonstrate during the role play? For example, handling a new client inquiry, booking an appointment, or addressing a concern.
I would say handling a new client inquiry and then encouraging them to book an appointment.
Perfect, thanks for clarifying. I'll show you how I'd handle a new client inquiry and guide them toward booking an appointment. Let's jump into the role play. I'll act as your voice AI assistant for your accounting firm. Here we go. Hello, and thank you for calling Danielle's Accounting. This is your voice AI assistant. How can I help you today?
I wanted to see if you were taking any new clients and what your fees are.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to help. Yes, we are currently accepting new clients. Our fees vary depending on the type of service you need. For example, personal tax preparation, business accounting, or consulting. If you'd like, I can set up an appointment so you can discuss your specific needs with Danielle and get a detailed quote. Would you like to book a time?
Sure. Do you know how much the fees range?
Great question. For personal tax preparation, our fees typically range from around $200 to $500, depending on complexity. Business accounting services start at about $500 and go up based on the scope of work. Danielle can give you a precise quote during your appointment. Would you like to book a time this week to discuss your needs in detail?
Sure.
All right, let's get you scheduled. Do you have a day or time in mind that works best for you this week? Mornings or afternoons are both available.
I'd say afternoon.
Sounds good. Afternoon it is. Would you prefer Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday this week?
Friday.
All right, Friday afternoon. Is there a specific time you'd like? Or should I check what's open between 1 and 4 p.m.?
That's perfect.
Great. I'll confirm your appointment for Friday afternoon between 1 and 4 p.m. Is there anything else you'd like to ask or discuss before your meeting?
No, that's it.
All right, you're all set for Friday afternoon. Thanks for calling Danielle's Accounting. We look forward to meeting you. Just to wrap up, that's how I'd handle a new client inquiry and guide them to book an appointment, keeping things friendly and professional. If you'd like to see more scenarios or have questions about how this could work for your business, let me know. Otherwise, the next step is to schedule an AI impact assessment session.
Okay. So you guys get the point. So what would happen after that is, well, several different things. It would really just depend on what you want to happen. So she can book the appointment directly on your calendar, schedule, send a text message to the client or an email to the client confirming that appointment, um, sending you the transcript, which all of these calls on the computer as well as on the phone, there will be a written transcript as well as a recording. So you're able to go back and see what that conversation was between the client and let's just say this was a restaurant, okay? The restaurant chat can take the order directly from the website and then send it obviously to the restaurant so that the restaurant has that order. So like I said before, I want you to go and play around with this with your specific your specific business and see how it works. It works for every single industry. For my mortgage business, for example, on my mortgage site, if somebody goes to my mortgage site and says, "How much money do I need to put down for an FHA loan?" My AI chat widget knows that and encourages them to do the online loan application. Or how much, do I put down for this specific loan product? So we train, this is a demo assistant to give you an idea as to how it works, but we train the AI agents based on your business. And if your business is always, ever changing, then we're always retraining that for you, retraining your AI assistant for you. So you not only now have an AI agent on your website, but you also have it for when people are calling and you're not able to answer the phone. So what questions can I answer for you? And you know, this is basically it. This is if you want just an audit for your business, okay? You just want that audit to see where you're losing deals. You can book your audit here. If you want to take advantage of this complete system, which the great thing is that we are going to be growing with you. So as AI changes, one of the new things that we have now, which we have not implemented yet because it just came out, is the AI callback. So if you have a business to where you miss a call, right? We have missed call text back. So if someone calls your business and you don't answer, it's going to automatically text them back and say, "Hey, we just missed your call. We're sorry. Please let us know how we can help." So we already have the missed call text back. Now we have missed call voice AI. So where your AI can call them back and find out, what it was that they were calling for. And we can set up your AI to work either 24/7, or if you say, "You know what? I only want this to work after hours and on weekends," then we can set up your AI assistant to work after hours and on weekends or when you're, on vacation or whatever. Um, so that is basically it. What other questions can I answer? Does anybody have any questions, comments, anything that you want to see? Do you want me? I can show you the back end of the system so you can kind of like get an idea. Let me see if I even have it open. Um, but that's pretty much it. And we all know that AI is not going anywhere, right? It is here to stay. And if you are really looking to take your business to the next level, you have to get in on AI and automation now. And this is really set up to grow and scale your business without the hustle, without the headache, without the burnout, which is what I saw growing up was all of the hustle, all of the burnout, all of the being stuck in the weeds, being on that sales roller coaster where business is awesome and then it's like crickets and you're like, "Oh my gosh, is this it?" Right? So, now is the time to implement AI and automation into your business. Done by One and Done by One.ai is here for you. And we are going to, be growing and expanding and helping you and your business grow and expand with AI and automation. If you want to take advantage of it, I will be sending out the code right after this with a text message. And I also will send the replay of this webinar. So if you want to watch it, or maybe you have a business partner and you're like, "Look, I want to show you what this is all about," you can share it with them. So this will be going out to you. But thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, like I said, I'm going to be sending a recap email. If you have any questions and you want to talk to me just one on one, let me know because I'm here for you. I'm here to help you grow and scale your business and be done by one. So have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you later. Bye.